is Wednesday, and by Wednesday, I mean Valentine's Day to some. I got really lucky because I'm off today for my job, so I was like, you know, while everybody's like getting raw dogged and going to dinner, I figured I would spend the day making like a whole self-love ritual out of the love energy that's going on. I try to do that every year because I've never had a Valentine's, I've never been in love, I've never had a serious relationship. And so every year, if I'm not working, I spend the day doing self-care. It's a great day to just revel in the energy of love and in the energy of like attention and romance. And as my own Valentine's, I treated myself to a tarot reading. I got 2 readings actually. One of them popped up on my Etsy as I was dream shopping, as one does when they can't sleep at night. And it was like, why are you single? And I was like, you know what? That's a great question. Let me pay you to tell me why I'm single. Surely it has nothing to do with the fact that I think the quality of people has gone down drastically over time, or the fact that I have abandonment and neglect issues. What else could be the reason? I'm hyper independent and I literally would rather stay inside than tolerate talking to anyone. There's literally so much that she could say, so much that she could work with. So I'm interested to see what the cards say, you know? I got a second one of her readings, which was just a self-love reading, which I thought also perfect for Valentine's Day. Just self-love, figuring out what can I focus on. These things are slipping and sliding everywhere. I mean, at least something's wet on Valentine's. So yeah, whole day of just self-care, self-love ritual, just basking in the energy. I already took a long shower, I exfoliated, I used my fancy soap, I put my PJs back on. I think to start off though, I'm gonna roll a candle. Bless you! You ready to do a self-love spell? That's my assistant. She's ready. The mailman's here. Ugh! It's always awkward when I'm in the middle of doing something like this and a mail person walks up because the window, like my window is right by the front door, so they kind of like look at it and I'm sitting in here witchcraft. You know what the good thing about Florida is? You always got seashells, always. And seashells are symbolic of Aphrodite, love. I also got my chocolate covered strawberries, that's my breakfast. There's a dark chocolate, a milk chocolate, and a white chocolate. I eat the one that I'm least excited about first, so that's gonna be the dark chocolate. I love berries. Berries and cream, berries and cream. Alright, pink candle, Valentine's, Aphrodite, self-love, okay? Boom. Everything's cleansed, everything's clean. Well, that's off to a great start. I just broke my bottle. Self-love candle is done. I ran out of rose petals the other day. Ooh. So I ended up having to use hibiscus, which is fine. Seashells are a symbol of Aphrodite and of love, lust, all that good stuff. Damiana is an aphrodisiac. Hibiscus because I didn't have rose petals. And then pink because Valentine's Day. I was torn between pink and red, but I'm in like a rose quartz mood. Plus I feel like red is more like passionate love, like romantic love. I just chose pink. Sometimes it doesn't have to have a meaning other than that's what I was drawn to. That's what my intuition was saying. And I listened. Mm. Mm. I'm pulling my tarot reading up. I was at Marshall's the other day, which I don't care what anybody says. Marshall's, love that store. To me, Marshall's is kind of like a bougie thrift store, even though it's not thrifting. It's just like overstock. Things that didn't sell in the store get sent to Marshall's. But it's one of those places that if you see something that you like, you get it while you can. Because if you wait a few days and go back, it's not going to be there. That's why I kind of compare it to a thrift store. How do I say this where it doesn't sound creepy? Eavesdropping? Listening to somebody else's conversation? Creeping? I don't know. Those all sound really bad. I was standing at the skincare island that they have. They have like a little table that's just like overflowing with skincare stuff. And I was looking at it. This girl walks up next to me who, beautiful skin, beautiful complexion, just beautiful like all around. She had pretty hair. She was just a very beautiful person. On the outside, I don't know about her personality or insides, but she was on FaceTime with, I'm assuming, one of her friends, and the person she was on FaceTime with, she was like, oh my god, they have my favorite face masks here. They have like 4 boxes of them. And so me, being nosy, I was like, what is she looking at? And she bought 2 boxes of the face masks. So after she walked away, I went over there and looked. She bought the blue ones, and the only ones that were left was a blue one and a pink one. This is the pink one. The only difference between them is the pink one says moisturizing and the blue one said hydrating. And I don't know what the difference is between hydrating and moisturizing. I really thought they were the same thing. I don't really know. I still don't understand. So I bought both of them. There's 30 masks in here. This has 30 masks in it. And to my knowledge, it's cruelty free. So love, love, love. There's another mailman. Some of them I like, some of them I hide from.
Hello, Belle. I am here today with your 8-card Why Am I Still Single Tarot and Oracle reading.
Pause.
Like macro.
I forgot my crystals. Boom. Alright, now we can figure out why I'm single.
View of the situation, dive right in, and what I'm going to say is there's some sort of perspective shift, even if it's not my forever person.
Pause again. One of my cats just took a shit and didn't cover it, and now I'm a hot boxing a hot turd in my room.
You might even already be feeling.
I knew I was in for a wild ride when 5 out of 8 of the tarot cards she pulled for my reading were major arcana.
Focusing on the lovey-dovey stuff and focus on coming up with some sort of plan that involves you and your relationship with you. We also have the star. Reaching this place.
Well, that was fun and didn't hurt my feelings at all. I mean, everything she said was spot on. I couldn't have asked for a better reading, and it was 25 minutes long. That was a while. I have one more reading. It's the reading on self-love. I'm going on a side quest before the second reading because one of my birthday presents came in the mail. My birthday is a few days before Valentine's Day. I'm an Aquarius, and my mom got me something, but it got shipped in the mail, so we're gonna go pick it up. She got me Prada. I've never had designer. Designer to me is Doc Martin. Like, Doc Martin is my designer. That's like as much as I'm willing to spend on fashion. But my mom treated me, oh my god, so blessed for her. Thank you. And it came on Valentine's Day. I've never even had like nice sunglasses. The most I've spent on sunglasses is like 20 bucks at Target. 22 of them in Paris, babe. I got stripper's tits and then some. I don't know the words, but I know it says Prada. Could you imagine hair up, hoops, Prada? That's crazy. I can't believe that this is real. I can't believe I own something. Designer. Thank you, Mom. Love you. Love, lots of love to you. I feel like I have to clean them just because I put them on my face and I have so much serum and moisturizer on right now. I'm like, keep them clean. Prada, that's so crazy. That doesn't feel real. I've been contemplating the difference between being alone and being lonely, as one does in the month of February. On my TikTok, before I started detoxing from it, I was seeing a lot of posts of people talking about like being lonely and how there's this epidemic of people feeling very alone. And I just find that concept very interesting, considering social media is such a big thing these days, that we could connect with anyone, anywhere in the world, just through like this little device. Yet we feel alone, or they do. I feel like I don't feel alone. I enjoy being alone. I like it. I don't feel lonely when I'm alone. And I've never been in love. I've never been in a like serious relationship or anything. I see people, like I used to have friends that they always had to be in a relationship. They always had to have someone, even when the person didn't treat them well or they didn't even necessarily like the person, they had to be in a relationship. Like they could not be single, they could not be alone. I don't know. I don't see the appeal of relationships. I was journaling. I have this whole little thing, like I wrote out I was gonna film a video with this as a voiceover, as a journal entry. And one of the things that I said in it, I said, a part of me sometimes feels jealous because I've never felt that way. I hear others talking about hookups and first dates, but I can't even find someone I like enough to text back. Another part of me thinks that maybe romance or lust just isn't in the cards or the stars for me. Every few months I find myself taking quizzes to see if maybe I'm asexual, maybe I'll never feel the way they do, and it scares me. I know it shouldn't. Nothing's wrong with it, but part of me is afraid. And after I wrote that, I was thinking like, why am I afraid of never experiencing love? Like why, if I've gone this far without it, like why am I afraid of never experiencing it? I know that I'm fine by myself, like I thrive when I'm alone. And not all relationships are healthy. Like I know just because someone's in a relationship doesn't mean that they're being respected. It doesn't mean that they're happy. It doesn't mean that they don't feel alone. Things that I've observed is a lot of people kind of idolize having partners, or I don't know, sometimes I feel like people make really big deals about having a partner or being in a relationship, and I bet that it's great to have that, but I also don't see how it's a necessity. That could just be like my hyper independence coming out, but I just don't find romance as a necessity. I don't know. I love seeing people being in love. I just think it's nice to have, but it's not something that like you have to have. But whatever. Maybe I'm just a hating ass bitch because I'm alone. I do think there's a difference between being alone and being lonely, because I'm alone and I love being alone. And there's also that other quote. Let me find it. I wrote it down too. Two quotes, okay? First one, Orson Shire said, "My alone feels so good. I'll only have you if you're sweeter than my solitude." Bars. And honestly, I feel like no one that I've met is sweeter than my solitude yet. Second quote that I wanted to touch base on is Oscar Wilde, the king, the legend, the icon himself. He wrote, "A bore is someone who deprives you of solitude without providing you with company." Let me say that again. A bore is someone who deprives you of solitude without providing you with company. And honestly, I feel like most people are a bore. That sounds pretentious. I can live with that. I love being alone. I love it. Maybe that's the Aquarius in me, but I love it. No one's gonna come and alter my mood. I give myself peace. I give myself validation. I give myself attention. I am happiest when I'm by myself. And this isn't even just romantic. Like, this is also platonic, like friendship-wise and stuff. I think if you're not comfortable with being by yourself, that's when you kind of step over into that codependency energy. And at the end of the day, you are going to be the person you are stuck with the rest of your life. That is the only person that you are promised to be with forever, is yourself. People can pass away, people can leave, people can change their minds, people can lose their memory. Like, you are stuck with you. So why not explore the things you like and being on your own and feeling comfortable being by yourself? That's another thing I don't understand. Some people are not comfortable being alone, and I'm like, how? If you're not comfortable being alone, explore that. Lean into it. Sit with that energy. Take it in. Reflect internally. Like, figure yourself out. Anyways, that's my little ramble. Being alone is underrated, you know? More people should explore that. And relationships can be very overhyped. I'm gonna listen to my self-care tarot reading that I got.
What you might need to let go of in order to get there. You not be prioritizing yourself at this time. So come up with the big goal. Come up with the within your friend groups where you feel like I am just a small. Show yourself that you are worthy of this type of prioritization.
I had to come sit outside because the candle I lit this morning at 8 this morning, it's still burning. It's 3:30, almost 4 o'clock. It's still burning, but the herbs and stuff at the bottom started catching on fire. As hot as it would be to see a bunch of firefighters on Valentine's Day, I don't think my pride could handle having to explain to them I rolled a candle in herbs so I could love myself a little bit more. And I stuck it in a seashell and the seashell caught a flame. That would just be very humbling. This thing has been burning for hours though. That better mean it's working, that it's getting sent out into the universe. I can't see shit because it's so bright. Actually, I have Prada now. I feel like such a rich bitch having these. Thank you, Mom, for giving me that beautiful feeling. Okay, anyways, the only D we're getting today is vitamin D. So I'm gonna sit here and soak it up. I think it actually went out. Hold on. Oh! Yep, no more flame. Boom. Spell done. That was a good candle. 22, I'm in Paris, babe. Got stripper tits and some. I should learn the words to that. It is Valentine's Day. It's a nose trimmer, you perverts. Or is it?